Okay, so this is the last stitch. So you chain 1, and pull that through. That's our first set of tentacles. So we need to pop that to one side and then grab ideally a different colour. This is for our next set of tentacles. Using the same crochet hook, attach the yarn onto your hook, and we need to chain 30. And then missing the first chain, go into the second chain and single crochet. So show you again, not the first chain, the second chain, pop the hook into the second chain, yarn over and pull through the yarn. So you have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over and then pull through both loops. That's our first single crochet. We need to make 29 single crochets, so basically the single crochet all the way along. Chain 1, look at medium sized tail now to fasten off. Pull through the yarn. And that's our first tentacle. Now we need to make 4 of those. Now for the last set of tentacles, I'm just going to grab a different colour. So I'm using cream. We're still using the same 4.5mm crochet hook. I'm just going to attach the yarn onto the hook. And then chain 30, similar to our last set of tentacles. and then in the second chain away from the hook, we're going to slip stitch all the way down. So insert your hook into the chain, yarn over, pull through the yarn, and then pull through the loop. So we're going to do 29 slip stitches. When we get to the end, just chain one, and when you fasten off, just do like a quite medium sized tail again, because we're going to use it for sewing. And pull it all the way through. And we're going to make 4 of these before we can sew it all together. 4 of the middle set tentacles, 4 of the smaller tentacles, the main tentacles, and then the head. The other night I decided to embroider the face in the dark, so I kind of ruined it, but I'm still gonna, I've tried to fix it many times, but I give up now, so I'm gonna put it together anyway. So we are going to need our tapestry needle. To begin, let's close the head fully. Once it is closed, you can just weave in the end. Okay, so head is done. Now let's sew on the main set of tentacles. Now we're just using that long tail to sew it together. So thread the yarn through the tapestry needle again. Now we're going to sew the main set basically around here. Go back into that same stitch and then through the loop, just to fasten it, make sure it's tight enough. So through the tentacle and then onto the head. Every few stitches just thread it through that loop. And make sure your tentacles are kind of like flat, which is hard because they've twisted. Now once you've done that, just tie those two ends together and cut them off. I sewed in the little tail just a little bit as well. That's the main tentacles. So now I'll grab the second set of tentacles, so the blue ones in this case. Now we're going to be tying or sewing these ones together, but around this one. Grab the longer tail. It doesn't really matter where you place it, I just try to place like 1, 2, 3, 4. But whereabouts, so which row is up to you, however you want it to sit at the end. Now I'll grab the other tail. I like to sew both on, just so this one sits properly. Cut the ends off, and then we're going to sew the other 3 on. Okay, so once sewn it all together, it should look like this. Excluding the scary face, of course.